Uh, what up? What up? What up? Ladies and gents, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to a brand new video episode, Sportsway with Dray podcast. I am your host with the most, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own Dray. What's up? What's up? What's up? Sam Archer, what up, Broham? What up? What up? What up? Thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Uh, if you haven't already, I know I've been away for a while and I'm gonna get to that in a few, but if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's right there on the bottom of the screen. Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. Hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell so that way, once a video is uploaded, you will get a notification letting you know that I dropped a new video. Like this video, share this video. Uh, yeah, yeah, share this video. It's the return of Dre Day again. I've taken a couple of sabbaticals, but I'm back. To say the least. First off, I want to thank everybody for who's been reaching out to me. You know, I've had a couple of people reach out to me and ask me, "Yo, D, when you coming back, is everything all right?" Yada yada yada. So I first want to say thank you to everybody that was checking up on your boy while I was away. And the reason why I was away, yes, again, because listen, this podcasting thing is not easy. You know, we all have lives outside of these microphones and these cameras. And sometimes you have to take a sabbatical, and sometimes it sucks because it's a lot of good stuff that's going on in the sports world, but you just got to take a step back. And that's exactly what I had to do. Uh, Basically, in a nutshell, the reason why I stepped away was what was it last month? I believe last month around this time, I went for my annual physical that I do every year. And I found out that I have high blood pressure. It actually elevated. And that runs in my family. Heart disease runs in my family. Uh, I had a grandfather pass from a heart attack. Uh, uh, my mother had one about 2 years ago. Thank God she's still here. So that runs in my family. So with that being said, I definitely had to basically, in a nutshell, just take a break from potting and get focused on, getting real healthy. I just turned 40 November 1st. That's right, Scorpio gang. So now that I'm 40, a lot of that stuff is catching up. You get me? So yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good money. But I just had to take a step back mentally and physically. I'm doing my 2 to 3 workouts every day. I'm eating a lot of fruit now. I'm eating more vegetables now than I did before. I had to cut back on my famous milk and cookie snacks before bed, which sucks, but it is what it is. Um, Vitamins I'm taking now, blood pressure meds I'm taking. But other than that, I'm good money. And that was the reason why I stepped away. Um, for those two reasons right there. Trust and believe I missed it, but like I said, you know, health is wealth. And the podcasting thing is not going anywhere. Even though a couple of my people are doing their thing with podcasting, like my man Archer from Slay and Chill, and a couple of my other people. So they basically was holding it down while I was gone. So, now that I'm back, we can get into it. And a lot has been going on, uh, especially in the NFL, the NBA, WNBA. A lot of good stuff is going on right now, and you know, first off, I hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving. How about that? Let's get to that. I hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a safe and wonderful Thanksgiving. Um Mines went well. And the reason mines went well was because all three games that took place, I won all three games. I wish I would have put some money down on them, but unfortunately I didn't. I was too busy uh finishing up, you know, with the chefing. So I wasn't able to put my picks in, but I definitely picked Green Bay to beat Detroit. I honestly think the window has officially closed on the Detroit Lions. They've had their opportunity to make some noise. They had their chance to make some splashes. Unfortunately, they haven't. And I think this season will be the season where it all comes crashing down. And I think it was fitting that Green Bay basically beat them at their own game. What's the one thing that the Detroit Lions are famous for? Going for it on fourth down. But in this game, they was very unsuccessful on fourth down, and Green Bay wasn't. And when Green Bay was going for it on fourth down, they didn't just get a first down. They got a touchdown in the process. Jordan Love went to work on the Lions defense. Wicks went to work on the Lions secondary. And yeah, I honestly think that the Lions window has closed. I think after this season, this might not be a popular thing to say, but I think after this season, I think it might be time for the Detroit Lions to start possibly considering getting a new head coach because I get it. You know, he's a player's coach and things of that nature. I totally get it. But after a while, when you constantly keep getting opportunity, and you come up short, there might be time for a new voice. And if the Lions do not get it done this year, and remember, St. Brown got hurt in that game. He got hurt in that game. It was a leg injury. So they better hope it ain't nothing bad with him, because if it is, then you can definitely, kiss their season over, because without him, they're definitely not going to do anything. So that race in the NFC North is very interesting. It's very interesting. You have Green Bay, you got Chicago, who beat the Eagles yesterday, which I was very surprised with, and Detroit. So those are the three teams that are vying for that division right now. And the crazy thing is, I was telling my pops, I was like, I don't trust the Bears. I was like, I don't trust them. And I guess they must have heard me. And then they, pulled the upset in Philly, which I was very much surprised with. So I guess to start this new week of football, I'm already 3-1. I picked the Lions to lose to the Packers. I picked the Cowboys to beat the Chiefs, which, trust me, I'm not too thrilled with that, because y'all know how much I hate the Cowboys. But I think this season I hate the Chiefs more than I hate the Cowboys. I'm sick of the Chiefs' success. I'm tired of the Taylor Swift fest. I am just hoping and praying that the Chiefs season is over. I truly hope that they don't make the playoffs. And the crazy thing is, with them losing this game to the Dallas Cowboys, they are going to need serious help to make the playoffs. They're going to need serious help, because the other teams that are in those wild card spots, they already own the tiebreakers with the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think it's the Jaguars. I think it's the Buffalo Bills. And dang, I'm trying to remember the other team. But basically, the three teams that have the three teams that have the wild card spots in the AFC, they all have beaten the Chiefs already in the regular season. So they're still in the hunt. But those three teams that got those wild card spots, they own them right now over the Kansas City Chiefs. And speaking of the Cowboys, I think right now they're dangerous. They're dangerous right now. For them to have beaten the two teams that were in the Super Bowl last year, and for them to be down 21-0 against Philly. I watched that game live, and I was just amazed that they came back. I was very impressed. Not even going to lie. And then for them to beat the Chiefs, which was a good game, I don't think nobody is going to want to play the Cowboys if they make the playoffs, because just think, everybody was saying that that Philly was walking away with that division. That's not looking like the case right now, because now with them losing 2 games in a row, the Cowboys is basically 1 game behind for that division lead. They're 1 game behind. So it's gonna get interesting. Some of these divisions are very, very much still, in the hunt for an amazing end to the season. And another division that's like that is the AFC North. Uh Listen, Joe Burrow is back. And even though the Bengals have 8 losses, they can still make the playoffs now. I don't trust Pittsburgh, even though Aaron Rodgers came back. And clearly, what's going on with the Ravens right now, I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. Lamar Jackson is not the same Lamar Jackson of last year. I think he's still hurt from that hamstring injury. And he played horrible on Thanksgiving. Played like straight trash. He was a turnover machine. And listen, Joe Burrow went out there and went to work on his game back. Jamar Chase did his thing. But listen, the AFC North, that's still up for grabs too. I wouldn't be surprised if a team with 7 losses win that division. It wouldn't shock me at all. It wouldn't shock me at all. Because again, I don't trust Pittsburgh and I don't trust Baltimore. So if Cincinnati can somehow win out, and obviously they're going to need help, they can still mess around and win that division. Because again, I don't trust Baltimore and I don't trust Pittsburgh. Not even the slightest. Don't trust them at all. But this NFL season is very well interesting. Shout out to the Patriots. Who's seen this coming? Once Brady left, I'm quite sure all of us, including myself, said, they're back to being bums. And now look at them. Like I honestly think that they got that division in lock and key. I think they have it. I think they have 2 losses. I don't trust Buffalo. So it's looking like the Patriots is probably going to walk away with that division, which is a shock. Mike Vrabel is definitely in contention for Coach of the Year. But yeah, I'm very impressed with the Patriots. I'm very impressed with the Broncos. I'm impressed with the Rams. Just give Matt Stafford the MVP right now. The Colts, the jury is still out on them. I did a video just before I took a break, and I sung their praises. But after that loss to the Chiefs, just a few weeks, was it last week? I think it was last week. After that loss to the Chiefs, it just lets me know that I still don't believe in them, because they had a chance to really put an end to the Chiefs season. Because had they lost that game and lose Thanksgiving to the Cowboys, you could basically pack their season up. But the coach didn't do that. They didn't do that. They showed that it's still levels to this. Even though they have the record that they have, they showed that it's still levels to this. So I still don't trust the Colts either. I think in the AFC, I think right now it's between the Patriots, the Broncos, and my dark horse for the AFC. My dark horse for the AFC. Because I think the clear favorites is New England and Denver. I'm not sure if I have a dark horse right now. I'm not sure if I have a dark horse right now. I don't. But and then in the NFC, I mean, you never know. You never know. With the NFC, you never know. Because like I said, if the Cowboys can somehow make the playoffs, they're going to be dangerous. They're definitely going to be dangerous. They're going to be very, very dangerous. I'm not counting the Chiefs out, but I don't want them to go. I'm tired of Kansas City. I'm so tired of them. And this is the best time for them not to make the playoffs. They basically got to win out, and they need help. Let me check their schedule. Let me check Kansas City's schedule. Because all they need is one more loss, and we could really wave bye-bye to these motherfuckers. Let me check. Let me check their schedule. I like Patrick Mahomes. Don't get me wrong. I like Patrick Mahomes. Don't get me wrong. But that whole GOAT conversation, we could put that shit to bed. We could pack that up. I'm disappointed that people even had him in that conversation to begin with. But after his Super Bowl performances, y'all could pack that up. Let's check the Chiefs schedule. Okay, they got the Texans coming up. That should be a win. Okay. Then they got the Chargers. They need that win because they already lost to the Chargers. They got the Titans. That's going to be a win. Then they got Denver. That's not going to be easy. And that's on Christmas Day. Wouldn't it be fitting? Wouldn't it be fitting that on Christmas Day, Santa Claus allows the Broncos to put a damp on the Chiefs season and eliminate them from playoff contention with that loss to the Broncos? Wouldn't that be fitting on Christmas Day? I'm kind of hoping that it ends before Christmas Day, but listen, if Denver can somehow end their season on Christmas Day, because again, all the Chiefs got to do is lose one more game. They got to lose one more game, and then that's it. We could pack them up. But they could win out, but they still need help. They're going to need the Chargers to start fumbling. They're going to need Denver to start losing. So they can still make the playoffs, but they might have to make it as a wild card. I don't see them. I don't see them getting a division. In order for them to get in, the only way they're going to get in is by a wild card. And if they can somehow, I can't trust the Chargers. I honestly can't. Justin Burrow is not that dude that everybody keep thinking he is. I don't know. I just don't see it. But listen, man, I'm just hoping that it's over for these Chiefs. I really am. Y'all thought I hate the Cowboys. I'm tired of the Chiefs. I really am. I'm tired of these AFC championship games. It's time for some other teams to get in there. It's time for some fresh blood to get in there. So hopefully this is the end of the Chiefs this season. All right? It is what it is. Okay. Now, y'all know on my comeback, I had to speak on the WNBA. I just had to do it. Just had to do it. I was gone for a while, and some interesting things happened in the WNBA. Last weekend, the WNBA had their draft lottery. And not surprised. I'm not surprised by this at all, honestly. The Dallas Wings got the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft. We're gonna get to the NBA soon. Calm down. I know you're excited for your Thunder, but all right. Calm down. Calm down. It wasn't a secret that the Dallas Wings was going to get the number 1 pick. It did not shock me at all. And listen, should Dallas take AZ Fudd with the number 1 pick? Now I've been tossing around with this pick since the announcement was made that they got the number 1 pick. Immediately after I found out they had the number 1 pick, I went on my TikTok and was like that how that's not what Dallas needs. What they need is a big. And what they need is Lauren Betts. And ever since I said that, Lauren Betts has been shitting the bed when it comes to playing at UCLA. Now, yes, she is 6'7". You can't teach height. But there's a lot of flaws in her game. A lot of flaws in her game. For her height, you would think she'll be crashing those boards. Unfortunately, she's not. Okay? She's slow in the pick and roll. She's slow in general. Okay? And I honestly, I like this our fam girl from Spain. I actually been watching some of her highlights since Monday, and I'm very impressed with her game. Very impressed with her game. I believe she's about 6'4", 6'5", can move, can move, has an amazing pick and roll game. I think she has to work on that three-pointer. She definitely has to work on that three-pointer. She plays good defense. And I think with her and Paige, that can actually cause some damage. Now, obviously, people want Paige and AZ together because of their relationship. Okay. Yes, granted, they are in a relationship and we're happy for them. She's not trash at all. AZ Fudd is not trash. So I don't want people to think that I'm saying she's trash because she's not. She's an amazing ball player. But from a basketball sense, I don't think they need her. Now, economically and putting asses in seats, oh yeah, that will flood. Listen, I think more people will come to a Wings game than the Mavericks game if AZ Fudd goes there. And you better believe that Paige is on that phone with that front office telling them, y'all know who to draft. I don't even got to say her name. Y'all know who y'all need to draft. If y'all want to keep me happy, bring my boo over here. And I'm sure that's what's happening. Now, my whole thing is this. Minnesota has the second pick. Can you imagine if our fam or Lauren Betts goes to Minnesota? Could you imagine what that shit would be like if they paired up with Nafisa Collier, Courtney Williams, and Kayla McBride? Talk about dangerous. So for me, I think for me, I'm sure we're all looking forward to seeing who Dallas picks at number 1. But I'm interested to see who Minnesota picks who doesn't go number 1. So, oh man. Olivia Miles, she's going to be a steal. Olivia Miles is going to be a steal for whatever team she goes to. Me personally, I would love to see her in Chicago. I would love to see Olivia Miles in Chicago. That's only if Angel Reese is still there. Because if you can get a playmaker, if you can get a point guard, a floor general with Angel Reese, that's going to be a problem. She's never really had a full-fledged point guard on her team. She's had guards masquerading as point guards. I think Angel Reese needs a definitive point guard. And Olivia Miles is that. She is a floor general that can somehow also get close to triple doubles if healthy. So, yeah, there you have it. Okay. NBA talk, because Archer wants me to talk about the Thunder. I'm not shocked at what they're doing this season. Not shocked at all. They are the reigning defending champs of the NBA. So it doesn't shock me at all that they're playing the way they're playing. I do want to give credit to OKC. I really do. I really want to give them their props. We're 20 games in and they only have one loss. One loss. It's only 20 games and they only got one. So this is not a situation where, like Cleveland last year, for example, Cleveland started off the season amazing and I still didn't take them seriously. Still didn't have respect for them. This is not the situation with OKC. They started this season playing very impressively the last 3 years. So it doesn't shock me at all. It doesn't. Shea Alexander right now is still one of the top 2 players in the league. I know it's a back and forth between him and Jokic, and the way Luka playing right now, some people would throw him in the conversation. I still think that the top 2 players in the league right now at this present moment, I think the top 2 players is Jokic and Shea Alexander. SGA. I believe it's those 2. Yeah. Now, my thing is, can they run it back? Can they run it back? There have been plenty of teams that have had great seasons, win the championship, and then the next year plummet. I'm hoping that's not the case with OKC, because the success that they're having now, they already exceeded what the past OKC Thunder teams did. With KD and Westbrook and Harden, we don't even think about that shit no more, because this OKC team did something that they couldn't do, and that was win a championship. If OKC can somehow spin the block and go back to back, don't be surprised if pretty soon some free agents don't want to go to OKC and play. Because I really do like this OKC team. I really do. I honestly do. Now, I wish Shea don't get all these damn free throws he get, but that's neither here nor there, right? I can't fault the man for his craftsmanship, the way he can draw the foul, and the way he can get to the free throw line. I can't even hate. If I wish I had that skill to get to the free throw line the way he can. Man, listen. But yeah, I like this OKC team. Obviously they're the clear favorite to win the whole thing. I'm just hoping that they can somehow spin the block and win the whole thing. Because again, I don't have a team in the race. I don't. Obviously, listen, my Spurs is not going to do much, even though we are improving to a degree. We are in the NBA Cup, even without Wemby. But do I expect us to do anything in the postseason? Probably not. It wouldn't shock me if we were a playing team. I think it'd be a miracle if we make the playoffs, which I'll be happy about. But I don't really see much with the San Antonio Spurs. I think right now, I think right now, if I wanted to give my prediction for the Western Conference Finals right now, if I had to pick 2 teams currently, since I didn't do a prediction to start the season, I would say that my prediction would be OKC against probably Houston. Because I think once KD really gets comfortable with them, and Sengun, he hopefully I said his last name right, he's been killing it for Houston. He's an all-star this year. Austin Reeves is an all-star this year. Austin Reeves from the Lakers, he's an all-star this year. Who thought he would be ranking terror right now? Because I know I didn't. I knew he was a good role player, but at this point right now, he's the second option for the Lakers. Luka's 1. Austin Reeves is 2, and LeBron is 3rd. He's the 3rd option right now. And I know a lot of people were saying that how, he might mess up the chemistry. No, not even. He's like right now at this point, he's accepting his role. He's not being a diva. He's accepting his role. And right now, that's a good look right now for the Lakers. But again, the hype train revolved around Luka. I'm still not convinced. Still not. Because I expect him to do this. I expect him to have the numbers that he's having. Is he in the MVP conversation? Absolutely he is. Definitely. The man is averaging 35 points a game. He's averaging 8.5 rebounds. And he's averaging almost 9.5 assists. So I think right now the MVP race is between Luka, SGA, and Jokic. That's the 3-man race right now for the MVP. Luka, SGA, Jokic. No particular order. But I think those 3 is in the conversation for MVP. I expect Luka to put up these numbers. So what he does in the regular season doesn't mean shit to me. What he does in the playoffs is what matters to me. I'm going to put him on that same pedestal that they've put James Harden on for years. We all love James Harden, the step back, the dribble. We all love that shit in the regular season. We love the 50-point games. We love the 40-something point games. We love the Euro step and all of that. But when it comes playoff time, what does he do? He choke. And he has a history of that. So all that crap you do in the regular season, for some players, I expect you to do that in the regular season. When it comes playoff time, which is what, middle April, going into May, then let's talk. So this Luka that we're seeing now from October to April means nothing to me. It doesn't mean a goddamn thing to me. What matters to me is what's going to happen when it's playoff time, when the game slows down and you're going to really have to play some defense on somebody. Because you're doing all this scoring, but I think people are still forgetting he is a liability on defense. And people saying, oh, he's playing better this year. He's playing better defense this year. I don't see it. Like I had a conversation with somebody. He talking about check out the steals he got. Steals don't make you a great defender. You're just at the right place at the right time to where you can reach and snatch the ball. He's not on the perimeter shutting nobody down. He ain't doing that. Go ask Anthony Edwards how Luka's defense is. And then come talk to me. Yes, Shea Alexander plays both sides of the ball. Yes, he does. Absolutely he does. And that's why I never have an argument when people say that he's the best player in the league. I don't have no arguments with people when they say Shea's the best player in the league because he plays both sides of the ball. Now, obviously, Jokic don't play both sides of the ball, but the numbers that he puts up overall oversees that. Not for me, because I like my player to play both sides of the ball. So if you ask me who I think is the best player in the league, I would have to agree that SGA is the best player in the league because he plays both sides of the ball. So he definitely gets my salute for that. Definitely. Shout out to the Pistons. Dude, 19 games, 15-4. I'm impressed. Cade Cunningham is really doing his thing. Toronto doing their thing. I did not expect this from Toronto. Didn't. Miami is shocking me. I actually thought Miami would be a bottom feeder of the East. And they're playing very impressive. So I'm not even gonna lie. Like these teams that I'm shocked are doing well. I'm very much impressed. Now the question is, can they keep it going? That's gonna be the next thing. Can they keep it going? The season just started. We're not even in the second quarter of the season. We're still in the first. So can they withstand it and keep going? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. And then again, remember, some teams got injuries. Boston is dealing with an injury with Tatum. I believe Atlanta is dealing with an injury with Trae Young, but they're still winning without him. Is Trae Young still injured? Because if he's still injured and Atlanta is 12-8, I think it might be time for ATL to start questioning, do they still need Trae Young services and try to get some picks for him? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to spread no rumors. I don't want to throw no bad energy in the ATL, but if he's still injured and Atlanta is 12-8, I think it might be time for Atlanta to start questioning that. Oh, yes, he is still injured. Okay. Okay. Then if he's still injured and Atlanta is playing, I don't know. I think it might be time for ATL to start making some decisions. I think it might be time. I think it might be time. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Is there anything else I need to touch on? Is there anything else I need to touch on? I did NFL. I've done WNBA. I've done NBA. Is there anything else for me to touch on? Because I really don't want to be on here that long. You know, I got a weekend to try to enjoy. So I'm trying to think. Where can you see Trae Young going? I have no idea. I honestly don't. I honestly have no idea where I can see him going. I don't want to be Stephen A and try to act like I know something when in reality I don't. But I honestly have no clue where I honestly have no clue where I can see him going. I don't. I can see him going to a Western Conference team. If he was to go somewhere, I would say a Western Conference team. I don't see him staying in the East, but I can definitely see him going, excuse me, to a Western Conference team. That's about it. That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you. I'm not trying to be the. Okay. There is something else I want to speak about. There is something else I do want to speak about. Shedeur. I gotta speak on Shedeur. I gotta speak on Shedeur Sanders. I am glad that he is getting his opportunity. I am. And before the season started, I knew that this day would come where he would start this season. Now, I didn't think Joe Flacco would get traded. I didn't think Joe Flacco would get traded. I took the notion that maybe he'll get hurt. Then Dylan Gabriel will play. He'll stink up the joint. And then Shedeur will get his playing time. Now, I got two parts right. Well, one part right. Dylan Gabriel was playing like trash, but he also got concussed. Now, am I happy he got hurt? Of course not. But we know how this works in sports. Next man up. And even though Shedeur played the Raiders, and I know everybody's like, oh, he played the Raiders, big deal, big deal. Not a big. Listen, you play who you play. And for y'all standards, maybe y'all should be impressed with what he did. Since y'all claim he's a 5th round draft pick, even though we all know he's not, I'm glad that he played. And I hate how people say, oh, that touchdown pass he threw, oh, it was a screen pass. It was nothing serious. It was nothing serious. I don't give a damn what pass it was. The goal was to get in the end zone, and the running back did his part. When a basketball player shoots a three-pointer from the baseline and it somehow hits the backboard, we know damn well that he didn't call bank, but it goes in, right? The point counts, doesn't it? When a player shoots a three-pointer from the top of the key, the majority of the time when you do that and it hits the backboard, you're not calling bank. It just goes in. Doesn't the point count? So I don't care if it's a screen pass. I don't care if it's a fling flicker. The goal is to get it in the end zone, and that's what the running back did. Now, for those people out there that were saying that Stefanski should have gave Shedeur the game ball because they beat the Raiders, I'm not going that far. He played a decent game, okay? If I had to put a grade on Shedeur's performance against the Raiders, I give him a C. The The defense is what got them that game. Myles Garrett got them that game. Yes, we're all glad that he's playing. We're all Team Shador. Well, some of us, because there's some people out there that are very, very much hating on Shador, and it's ridiculous, very ridiculous. Like there's people out there, Jason Whitlock, I can think of, that stays hating on Shador, stays hating on Dion. Like it's crazy to me how he can hate on this young guy, this young kid, because that's basically what he is in the NFL, a young kid. The hatred he has, but he can constantly sit there and talk about God and Jesus and this, that, and third, but yet you hating on somebody. It's just baffling, but it is what it is. But this weekend against the Raiders, not even against the Raiders, against the 49ers, excuse me. He's playing the Raiders this weekend. The 49ers are not the Raiders. They are not the Raiders. And it's a home game for him. So I'm quite sure that crowd is going to be very, very, very hype when he comes off that sideline and gets on the field for the first time. I'm hoping that he does well. I'm really hoping that he does well. I mean, that Niners defense ain't that promising anyway. Not to say that their defense is like the Raiders defense, but I hope he does well. I really hope that he does well tomorrow against the 49ers. And we're going to see. But before I go, since I've been away for a while, I'm going to do my picks for this weekend. I'm going to do my picks. Now, again, I'm already 3-1. I won all 3 Thanksgiving games, and the Eagles lost to the Bears. I'm not even going to sit here and say that I picked the Bears because I'll be lying. So I'm 3-1 so far. Now let's get to the games on Sunday. Niners and Bears. I'm going with the Niners. Even though I'm pulling for Shador to play well, I just got to go with the better team. The better team is the Niners. But I do hope Shador does well. Jaguars and Titans. I'm going with the Jaguars. Texans and the Colts. I'm going to go. Whoa, wow. This is going to be interesting because Mills has been playing well since C.J. Stroud has been hurt. I think the Texans have won 3 games in a row since he's been their quarterback. I think the streak ends, being that it's in Indianapolis. If it was in Houston, I would say Houston. But since it's in Indy, I'm going to pick the Colts to win. Dolphins, Saints, I'm going to go with the Dolphins. Falcons and Jets. Oh, this is going to be a trash game. But I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to surprise y'all with this one. I'm going to surprise y'all. This is going to be my upset pick. I'm going with the Jets to beat the Falcons. I'm going to go with the Jets to pull the upset. I'm going to go with the Jets. Rams and Panthers, I'm going with the Rams. Buccaneers, Cardinals, I'm going with the Bucks. Vikings and Seahawks, I'm going with the Seahawks. I think Sam Darnold going to put work on the Vikings, being that they didn't want to keep him and they chose to go with J.J. McCarthy, and look how that's playing out for Minnesota. I think he's going to really do some damage on this Vikings defense this weekend. Raiders and Chargers, I'm going with the Chargers. Bills and Steelers. 2 teams that desperately need a victory. Ooh, wow. Ain't this something? And both of these quarterbacks is on my fantasy team. Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers. They're both on my fantasy team. I am going to go with Buffalo. I'm going to go with Buffalo. Broncos, Commanders. I'm going to go with the Broncos. And then Monday Night Football, I'm going to go with the Patriots over the Giants. So there you have it. So those are my picks. And with that being said, this live was fun. It was good to just show my face after being away for about a month. But yeah. So it's good to be back. I'll get back into the realm of doing my videos, my little 10, 15-minute videos here and there. But for this one, being it was my weekend off, I said, let's do a live. Let's do a live and show face. And it's good to be back. So again, thank y'all for y'all continued support. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. I have now crossed over to 800 subscribers. I now have over 800. So the quest for 1,000 still continues. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. All right. So once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Again, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. All right. Hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell as well. Appreciate you, Arch. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm about to finish getting this weekend going. Ohio State and Michigan is playing right now. It's tied at 6. Listen, my cousin that passed, Junior, loved him some Buckeyes. But when it comes to this rivalry, I'm Michigan. So sorry, cuz. Love you. But catch y'all on the flip side. God bless. Peace and love. Y'all have a blessed and safe weekend. And I'll catch y'all soon. Peace and love. Your boy is out of here.